Well, here I am, nearly the end of August, just one more weekend to go, so I've at last got a chance to come back to the boat. So here I am in the dinghy park at Wells, and boat park at Wells, and I'm going to have a bit of a scrape at the bottom of the boat, just to see where the problems are. Fortunately, I've had the most fantastic stroke of luck. Just when I went to get the key from the harbour office, there's a mirror offshore along the jetty there, and there were people on it. So I knocked on it, I said, "Hello, mirror offshore." Turns out that bloke has just rebuilt a mirror offshore, just like this, as old as this, as rubbish as this. He fixed a hole in the bottom, brilliant, and he also fixed up the prop shaft. They're going to come, they're going to have some lunch, and then they're going to come and see me. I'll have this all scraped down ready for them when they come, and then be able to sort out what to do next. Brilliant. You can see that there's a big stress crack here, which runs almost to the centre of the keel, and I can feel it inside. I'm definitely going to have to cut a hole in the floor, which is a bit of a bugger. I've dug out the hole a bit, probably a bit more to come out. I'm just taking the push pit off. It's raining. The weatherman did say it was going to rain. Apparently they had a real tough storm here this morning in Wells, about 6 or 7 o'clock. Real nasty squall, rain lashing down.
I would just go back till you see, because that's quite solid, but I would go back.
There's that crack, isn't there, that runs to halfway across the keel too. Should I cut that out, do you reckon?
I've seen that. Oh, right, God, my God. Right. Yeah.
Okay, now tell me who you are.
I'm Rob Thorpe from Boston.
And you've got one of these?
I've got a mirror.
And you fixed a hole in the bottom?
I've fixed a hole in the bottom in a very similar place on this starboard side.
And was it as bad as this?
It was probably slightly worse.
Was it?
Yeah.
So tell me what you think I should do.
Right, you've got to chop it back to clean white fiberglass.
Some of that doesn't look too bad though, does it? I mean, I've already got some cleanish fiberglass there. Do I need to come further back?
Yeah, once clean it off, you've got a split going across there.
Yeah.
I should just cut that so you can get to it. Just not take too much off. Make sure the edges are all clean.
Yeah.
Clean back, taking the gel coat off a little bit round the top here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut a hole through your floor. Clean a massive area, the old bottom of the bilge, and going up to the side of the bilge. Start off with a smaller piece of fiberglass covering that. Get your fiberglass bigger as you go along, and then you want to be coming up the side of the bilge and dabbing it out as you go with your resin and a piece of brush, spickling it out with a brush.
So you basically fiberglassed it on the inside?
Fiberglassed the inside.
Yeah. So I was hoping, I didn't really want to cut a hole in the floor, but I'm going to have to.
You're going to have to. To give you strength, you want that strength back there, because if you're going to be bottoming out, you want some strength there.
What not many people want to see, a hole in the bottom of the boat.
Here we go again. Right, your biggest problem you're going to find in here, right, is going to be all the oil and grease that's in there. But it's got to be, I mean, as clean as you think it is and then some, because otherwise it just won't stick.
Yeah.
And the problem is, the only time you'll find out about it when it's too bloody late and you're back to, you know, then you really do have to run out of ground. Just laying a patch in here, you can imagine if it does take a clout, it's going to want to lift it.
Yeah.
So you see how they've done an overlap here.
Yeah.
Right. I'd say bring that up to there. So your mat comes all the way around here and up to about there on that side. So you actually cup it all, you know. And that's not me being. I mean, I've seen some pretty bad horror stories in my time. You know, because it's continuity of strength here you're after doing, and then once you've done the inside and it's all gone off, then you can go and tart around on the outside until you're happy with it.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
But you've definitely got... Oh, it's quite a lot, isn't
Is there?
Yeah, that's quite a lot. Ah, all it is a bush.
Do you reckon there's too much or not? There's no. It's no.
Well, there's too much there,
Is
without a doubt. Yeah, that's a lot of wear in that. I mean, you can allow sort of half a millimetre, but I mean,
That's a lot.
that's a lot of play, isn't it?
So it all ought to come apart.
Well, the thing is, if this might just be a cap with a bush in the end of it,
Yeah.
and if it's just a bush, it's an easy fix, you know, in relation to what it could be. So, I mean, if you can pull that off and it comes off, all well and good. You know, that could be.
And what's that bush made out of?
That's probably bronze or brass. It could well be just bronze or brass. But there's an awful lot of play.
There's too much there.
There's a lot of slap. I mean, but if you've been running on it for a while, then you know it's not one of
I don't know. I mean, while the boat's out of the water, it seems sensible to me to take it apart if I've got to do that. But
well, it's not a big job, you know, and it depends how much. But you said you're doing it in stages, and you'll come back, and like I say, you're in a perfect place for it.
But while it's out of the water, I should do it really.
Well, I'll
shouldn't
check
I?
it, yeah, because there's too much play. It's nearly 2 millimetres of play in that.
Coming towards close of play on day one. There's the inside of the repair. It's got a fair bit to dry, and then I'm going to put another layer on once that's gone off. It's my plan. I've taken this apart. So there's the packing gland. There's the new shaft that cost me 500 quid. There's the nut and the packing gland. I've separated it from that shaft there. And you can also see that the one of the reasons I'm getting vibration is that piece of fiberglass has broken up. So I obviously need to replace that or strengthen it somehow. Don't quite know what I'm going to do with it. Can't make it any thicker. I guess what I have to do is to just try and degrease it and then cover it in fiberglass. Try to thicken up the fiberglass it's made of. It's obviously just packed up and cracked up. Bloody great hole, which is why that thing was vibrating. So here I have my sandwich box hole shaper. So I've laid the stuff up against there. Hopefully tomorrow I should be able to take that off and then grind it back fair, and then I'll put fiberglass on the outside. You can see that this will now move a bit. There's my tube coming out here. So in here somewhere I've got a bearing. So the next thing to do is to undo this nut, take the prop off, pull that thing out. That is what I've got to do.
So now then, there's the hole in the back of the boat, and so there's the prop out with the dreaded stuffing box. And in the end here is the bearing, which is looser than it should be. So there's this chap here, Steve from KISS Engineering, who says he's going to make me up a bearing for the back end here. So on the assumption that he knows what he's doing, I'm going to get him to do that. Well, you don't really want to see your prop shaft in the back of the car, do you? I want to sail, I want to go sailing. Look, the sun's shining, it's a blue sky. I want to go sailing. Please let me go sailing.